Hey there, so we're going to come into camel pose and then we're going to make this active. So inhale, extend, expand, and exhale will come seat to heels. So your hand here can either graze those heels or place it on your lower back. And when you're inhaling, I really want you to think about stretching into those hip points and bringing energy, your breath into that space. Inhale to rise. And exhale, sink back down. One last time, inhale. And exhale, seat to heels. Float those feet forward. And we'll come into a seated figure four. So to intensify that stretch, you're going to want to place your right hand on your right knee and gently push. That's optional. Just feel into your body here. What do you need? And then bring that foot on the outside of the left knee. Extend that right arm behind you, and then either come into half cactus arm or put your arm around that right leg for a seated supine twist. And then we'll do figure four on the other side. If any of these poses you feel like intuitively you need to stay there longer, please do so. So inhale and exhale. Again, let me breathe into that hip space. We carry a lot of stress in our hips. Inhale, exhale, place that left hand behind you. Again, same variation for that front arm. Inhaling to expand, and exhale, you can probably deepen that stretch just a little bit by rotating your torso. Now we're going to come into an internal rotation of the hips. If this is not comfortable on your knee, then let's just stay in external rotation with a half butterfly. So you do not need to lean back how I'm doing with my hands and elbows on the ground. You can't really see it that well here. So like I said, you can come into that external rotation of the hip if that feels better. I, on this particular day, needed to do that internal rotation more because I had a long road trip the day before and just noticed how I was really craving that space. So choose your variation and then stay seated up or gently walk your hands and elbows back until you find a position that feels good for you. Inhaling and exhaling. And then we will come back up if you were down. Roll down onto your spine. And then we'll come into bridge pulses, or if you'd like to do a static hold, then rotate, your shoulders are rotated under here. And we're really stretching the front part of the hips there. Inhale and exhale. Give yourself a squeeze, a hug, and we'll roll up until we come to standing at the front of our mats. Here we go. And we'll come into half dancer pose. And if full dancer is in your practice, you can go ahead and come into that now. Try to think of leveling the hip points. If I were to adjust myself here, I would actually tell myself to rotate that right hip point down. And then we'll come into that external rotation of a standing figure four. So here you can either bend or sit back like I'm doing, or you can actually just stand and really just press into those hips. The foot is pressing into that knee, and you're just finding that tension in between and finding the stretch there. Same thing on the other side. Inhale, dancers in your practice, come into that. Like I said, I would rotate my left hip point a bit more down towards the ground. And then come into that figure four, either standing or seat back, and hands can be on the hips or at heart center. Again, just stay as long as you'd like to intuitively, and then stretch up, shake it out. If you feel like it wasn't enough, then you could maybe go through the sequence one more time. And again, thank you for practicing with me from wherever you are. I wish you strength for today and hope for tomorrow. See ya.